as they come. We have bad vibes coming from a lot of these things that we've done, like slavery and how we've treated Native Americans.
Richard Benedetto is a professor in the Schools of Communication and Political Affairs at American University. Benedetto's nearly 40 years as a political reporter, including for USA Today, allows him to add personal knowledge to his class discussions.
I really like when he gives his lectures because a lot of times he was there for the events he's talking about and can kind of add a personal spin, which I think makes the class a lot more interesting. Instead of just hearing about the historical background, you kind of get a more personal added touch.
At USA Today, Benedetto was the official White House correspondent covering presidential campaigns from Reagan to George W. Bush.
He's got a wealth of information. Hey, listen, it's not everybody in the world who's covered the White House for USA Today. That's a prestigious job. And as I said, he did it for a long time. He gave, again, kids such inside information and, how it's a tough job. I mean, you're constantly traveling with the president and, what it's like. You're part of Air Force One, you're like the backup, and this is where you sit, and this is what you cover, and so it's great. He's just and he's a great journalist, and he's very well respected.
Benedetto's knowledge of politics is carried over into his current teaching career. Students are encouraged to find current events and discuss them daily with classmates to get a broader perspective of the world and how people think.
We're not just learning about one side of it, we're learning about all the different sides and then discussing them, which then gives you a more well-rounded knowledge of the movement, which is really, really great because then you're not getting just one side of history, you're getting the whole thing and you can make your own judgments and learn more from that.
Although he's not a practicing journalist now, Benedetto's curiosity for the political world and the news has not faded.
As both being former journalists, I always like to say to him, "Oh, so what do you think's happening with the election, and what's your take on this?" Because we almost kind of think alike a little bit, but he just provides such great, inside, just kind of knowledge that because he's been covering this for so many years.